if you've got the address in your brain and I send out the vibration, if I'm thinking of you and I would like you to phone me or I want to get a hold of you, you could be wandering down Oxford Street in London, England. I could be in Fifth Avenue in New York and I could be thinking, gosh, I wished I could get a hold of Nick and I just can't reach him. I was just talking to him this morning, you know, the odds of him phoning me are so slim. But I'm focusing on that. I'm sending out a strong charge of energy. Now, if you're not thinking, that vibration will activate cells in your brain about me, and that'll bring a picture in your mind, and if you act on it, we're going to be in touch. And because you get such a strong vibration, you'll probably act on it. The only thing that stops a thought is that which resonates with that thought. If I sit in a restaurant and you're eating, generally when people are eating, they're not thinking. And when they're not thinking, they're in a totally deductive state. In other words, their mind is wide open, their brain is wide open to suggestion. I can focus on you turning around. I can see you turning around, and I'll watch you, and it's just like a beam of light going right into your brain. You'll start to get restless, and pretty soon you'll turn around and look at me. I've transmitted an image right into your brain. Now, I'm not recommending people do that because you're invading somebody else's privacy, and that's not particularly a nice thing to do. In fact, I don't agree with it at all, so I probably shouldn't even told you that. But we see what we're doing is we're transmitting thoughts. Well, we're transmitting thoughts through vibration to a baby. When the baby's born, the baby's subconscious mind is wide open. Whatever images are going on in our mind, we're transmitting those thoughts through the medium of the molecule right into the baby's brain, and we're populating the cells in the baby's brain. Like if I asked you to think of your home like that, a picture of your home flashes on the screen of your mind. Now I'm going to ask you to think of your car. A picture of your car flashes on the screen of your mind. Think of your front door, and a picture of your front door. Your refrigerator. You see, all these different pictures are coming up. I'm activating vocal cords. I'm setting up a vibration. It's a light message, actually. That's what thought is. And your hearing sense is picking it up. It's rifle firing down a nerve passageway in your brain. It'll strike those cells in your brain, which are already vibrating. They increase in amplitude of vibration, and the picture that's in them flashes on the screen of the mind. Now, it's similar to when you walk into a house. We've got electrical switches now that are activated by clapping your hands, or you can flip a switch. And when we do that, all the lights go on. And we're not really surprised. Maybe when we clap our hands, that's starting to get us because it's rather a new idea. But we don't think anything of that. We expect that to happen. There's an electrical system in the house. That's the way the house is wired. We're saying, I would like when you throw this switch to have all the lights in the downstairs go on by the front door. It makes me feel safer when I come in the house. And we know that the electrician will do that for us. Why? Because they understand how to hook the wires up. But when we take and we tap a person's brain through touch, through sound, through gesture, whatever way, and it activates all these cells in the brain, we don't understand that. So we don't think anything of it. It's an electrical system in the body that's more intricate than anything in a house. The electrical system in the body would make the electrical system in a supercomputer look like an absolute toy. And we really don't understand much about it. When there's pain in the body, that's a signal that something is not in harmony with the laws of the universe, with God's laws. I see the laws, God's modus operandi. And when there's discomfort in the body, we're violating the law. It's telling us we're doing something wrong. I don't care whether it's thought or movement or what it is. And we've got to shift the energy. And as we shift the energy, the pain will leave. See, I think we have to start understanding the electrical system in the body. We have to start understanding energy for what it is. Energy is flowing to and through us. I call it spirit. Pure, unadulterated spirit is flowing into our consciousness. And we can make anything out of it we want because we have creative faculties. And as we start utilizing our creative faculties for the good in our life, we start really moving. Do you know, Napoleon Hill said that an educated person is not necessarily a person with an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. He said an educated person is a person who has so developed the faculties of their mind that they can acquire anything they want or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. See, memory, perception, intuition, the will, reason, imagination, these are all mental faculties. And we can develop them. And they're used to operate with the inside, where the power lies within us. Our sensory factors are helping us communicate and correspond with our outside world. And we've been programmed to live from the outside in. Now, we've got to change that paradigm if we're really going to enjoy life into abundance like we're meant to. I think it was Steve Bowe said, God's gift to us is more talent and ability than we'll ever hope to use in our lifetime. Our gift to God is to develop as much of that talent and ability as we can in this lifetime. Well, if we're going to do that, we're going to have to understand our higher faculties, and we're going to have to work from the inside out. And then we just look at the outside to check and see how well we're doing. It's like going to a thermometer to see, where the thermostat's set. If the house isn't the temperature we want, we go and we adjust the thermostat. Well, the thermostat's inside, and we use our higher faculties to do this. We've got mental faculties. I can walk by a person on the street, and I can tell you whether they operate from the right or left hemisphere of their brain. Like you operate from both right and left. You're a little more right than left. But I can just walk by you, and I know that. I was introduced to David here just a few minutes ago. David's dominantly a left brain person. He's got right brain, though. He's got a shy side to him that he keeps well hidden. So he would hold things inside that he just wouldn't tell people about. Now, I could walk by him and pick that energy up just like that. With a mental faculty we call intuition. Someone said prayer is when we talk to God. Intuition is when God talks to us. God's telling us what our environment's like. We've got to tune in and get the message. But most people don't know how to use that faculty. I use it. I don't even use it to invade people's privacy, but I use it to understand what the person's like that I'm communicating with, so I can communicate more effectively. We've got to get to know the other person. And the only way we're going to get to know the other person is to ourselves. Like I think I mentioned where it says at the Ark of Apollo, know thyself. That message has been there for 2,000 years. Most people know more about the operation of their television set than they do about themselves. The average person knows little, if anything, they think they're their name or their body. They really know very little about themselves, and then they're wondering, how did they improve their results? As Ray told me, he said, they're your results. If you want to improve your results, you've got to improve you. And he asked me one time, he said, do you ever read? And I said, no, I can't read. Now, that wasn't true. I could, not well, but I could. I since found out I read about as well as most people. The average person reads at about a grade 7 level. And that's because we learn to read by the time we're in grade 7, and we never improve upon the skill from that point on. Just like you're talking about energy in the body and, and how to tap and how to use the energy, well, we can do that with reading. We can just take that, because words are symbols, and every symbol has a corresponding image. There's pictures on the page, and we just get the pictures. There's photo reading, photo learning. But we know so little, and we're influenced by the critics. I'm not anymore. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. I follow my inner counsel, you see. And it took me a while to learn that, but it pays great dividends,